and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Merhaireni Kazadanka, Lora preletaretar, Jurvortika art konsumen, Azadanka Hayastan, Jurvortika art konsumen, Azadanka Hayastan. Parkesni dörrosh, vorinter kovgortetsi, kishenere jes kucheva, arta sukovlevatsi, kishenere jes kucheva, arta sukovlevatsi. Nairneron yerekurno, navirakam menashan, topopolitas namudem, tomishpanza hayastan, topopolitas namudem, tomishpanza hayastan. Amen ainte mahamine, mart miam campik meni, Veterani for your rescue, Azatushan Gazohi. Veterani for your rescue, Azatushan Gazohi.
I would like to invite Yafar Armen Apanyan and Kursarin Armenian to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For the invocation, I would like to invite Yafar Nanak Simitian.
Please stand up. Հանուն Հոր և Որդու և Ինքսս Քո ամեն, Արմեն որ այդ ինսես, Սուրբ Եղիցի անուն Քո, Եղեցե ակթայություն Քո, Եղիսի գան Քո, որպես և գինս է հենգլիս, ըզմատ մեր անատ բազով, դուր մեզ այսօր և թող մեզ զվարվիս մեզ, որպես և մենք թողում մերով բավլատ դանատ, և մի դանիրս մեզ իր փոթցություն, այդ պրգիաս մեզ իչարել, զիքոյ է ակայություն և զորություն և խաղաղյան սամեն։
To officially open our Eagle Court of Honor, I would like to invite up Yafar Daniel Shadalkins.
By the authority vested in me as a representative of the Homenham and Glendale RF Chapter and Greater Glendale Hills Council and the National Council of Boy Scouts of America, I declare this Court of Honor open.
And now the Scout Troop Honor Guard will be presenting our Eagle Scouts, Yafar Armen Apanyan and Sean Armenian.
heights you must struggle hard to reach. I remember well when you first came to the base of the cliff and how you looked up with ambition and determination. Look back for a moment. Look back over the cliff you have climbed. Look back at the experiences you have encountered in your ascent. These experiences should not be forgotten. You should profit by making sure that the adverse ones do not occur again. Experience is a valuable teacher if you heed its teachings. When a boy becomes a scout, there should be instilled within him a spirit of scouting. Because the spirit of scouting embodies the fine principles of the Scout Oath and Law, it becomes a shining beacon of inspiration. I remember when you took your first step on the trail that leads upward. With that first step, you began to build yourself physically, mentally, and morally. You started living the Scout Oath and Law. All the while you were on the trail, I watched you study and learn by doing. At this time, you will rededicate yourselves by repeating the Scout Oath and Law, resolving to uphold forever its principles with the same ambitions and perseverance that have brought you this far. Please repeat the Scout Oath.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, and to obey the Scout Law, to help others at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
And now recite the 12 points of the Scout Law.
The Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2. Once you were young, new scouts, with your brother scouts who called you tenderfoot. And they were right, you were indeed tenderfoots. But not for long. Soon you advanced through second class, first class. Next, your leadership skills were developed as you became Star Scouts and Life Scouts. You have now earned the rank of Eagle. The original principles, the Scout Oath and Law, have a fuller meaning. Your understanding of them is greater. Yes, I have watched your character unfold and become more mature. I've watched your leadership ability expand into a valuable asset. I've watched your mind develop and your wisdom increase. I've watched all of these things in you, and now you are at the threshold of your goal. I welcome you, for you have done your climbing in a true Scout manner. This afternoon, you have rededicated yourselves to the principles of scouting. But now, on to the next important task, your future. As Eagle Scouts, you become guides to other scouts behind you. You become examples to your community. Remember that your actions are a little bit more conspicuous, and people will expect more of you. The torch you carry is not only yours, but ours too. I challenge you to enter this Eagle Brotherhood, holding before you, without reservation, the ideals of honor and service.
And now to light the candles, our Scout, Darren Martin. Our Tenderfoot Scout, Matthew Tutunjam. Our second class scout, Thomas Yepremian. Our first class scout, Doro Musherian. Our star scout, Leon Boscanian. And our life scout, Jean Mosesian. I would like to invite Yefar Arthur de Zakarian to lead the Eagle Charge and Challenge.
Scouts of all nations make up one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history. You have been judged by the Boy Scouts of America as being worthy of this honor. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. This award, as you will know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are a marked man. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed the solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. The Eagle Badge or rank is the highest and most coveted award in all of Scouting, and it is the last major step in the advancement program. If at this point Scouting has not achieved its purpose of building character, then it probably never shall. These thoughts, which make up the basic code of Scouting, are well summed up in the pledge that is taken by every Scout in the Council upon the advancement to the Eagle rank. The first responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor, which to an Eagle is sacred. Honor is the foundation of character, and is what a person really is, down inside, not what someone may think he is. An Eagle will live so as to reflect credit upon his home, church, school, friends, upon Scouting, and upon himself. The second responsibility of an Eagle Scout is loyalty, for without loyalty, character lacks direction. An Eagle is loyal to his ideals. The third responsibility of an Eagle Scout is courage. Courage gives character force and strength. Trusting in God and with faith in his fellow man, the Eagle faces each day unafraid and seeks his share of the world's work. The final responsibility of an Eagle Scout is service. He extends a helping hand to those who toil up the Scouting trail he has already completed, just as others helped him in his achievement of the Eagle rank. The habit of a daily good turn must take on a new meaning and blossom forth into a life of service. The Eagle protects and defends the weak and the helpless. He aids and comforts the oppressed and the unfortunate. He upholds the rights of others while defending his own. His code of honor is based upon the belief that leadership is founded upon real service. Are you ready and willing to accept these responsibilities and to adopt the Eagle Pledge?
I am.
Raise your hand in the Scout sign and repeat after me. I, give your name,
I, Aram Ahmad,
believe in the Boy Scouts of America
believe in the Boy Scouts in America
as a movement
as a movement
which has as its goals and purposes
which has as its goals and purposes
character building,
citizenship training,
and physical development.
and physical development.
I believe it to be a movement
I believe it to be a movement
that helps a scout
that helps a scout
become master of his own powers,
become master of his own powers,
helps him get along with others,
helps him get along with others,
and helps him find
and helps him find
worthy use for his powers.
worthy use for his powers.
I believe it is my duty
I believe it is my duty
to do my best to obey the scout oath and law.
to do my best to obey the scout oath and law.
I hereby renew my faith in Scout
I hereby renew my faith in Scouting
and promise to do what I can
and promise to do what I can
in service to other scouts
in service to other scouts
who have not advanced this far along the Eagle Trail.
who have not advanced this far along the Eagle Trail.
2. Eagle candidates, I charge you to enter this Eagle Scout Brotherhood, holding without reservation and ever before you the ideals of honor and service.
I now invite the Scout Troop Honor Guard to escort the Eagle Scout parents onto the stage. And now our Eagle Scouts will be escorting their grandparents onto the stage. And now I would like to invite the Akhbar Arto Kazarians to award the Eagle Scout rank.
Before we start.
Yahweh Araman, Yahweh Shot. On behalf of Arak Glendale, Arak chapter, we are very proud that you accomplished this stage, this Eagle Scout rank, and I'm very proud that I'm going to be presenting your negatives. We are very proud that we have achieved throughout your Eagle Scout trail, whatever you achieved and what you do now. So, the small token of pride in you, I'm going to give you this. Kodak. Scouts helped you, your leaders helped you, and the community helped you, and most importantly, your parents helped you. Without their support, you wouldn't have been here. So I'm going to give you the pins for appreciation to your parents. I'm glad I have Hamlet Trafchan here to help me out. Mom's pin, this is dad's pin, mom and dad.
Nice Kodak moment.
Kodak moment, yeah. Don't back to sleep. You have to stay on the side.
It's not here. Further out. For that moment, turn around. One minute or two. Face me. Should be. You're fine. Thank you.
Parents supported and grandparents are supported too, because they have this Armenian family support system that we have in our traditions. So we have pins for the grandparents also. By the way, the grandparent pins really look nice. Better than the parent pins.
Me ekuyere, me ekuyere, me ekuyere. Turn it back to the camera. Yes, sir. That's it.
to present the Eagle Badge to our new Eagle Scouts. I want to just remind you that red in this represents courage, so you live your life with courage. The white is for faith, honor, and the blue is for the faith. So live your life with those characters. All right, whoever wants to give to George.
Okay. Arkadaşlar bu videoyu ne çevirdiniz? Arkadaşlar. Okay.
I present you the Eagle Scouts for
Hello, my name is Sean Armenian, and I'm extremely honored to stand here in front of all of you today as the 26th Eagle Scout of the Homenamen Glendale RF Scouting Division. I'm very grateful to have had the wonderful opportunity to excel in the journey towards earning my Eagle Scout rank, as it has allowed me to come to a greater appreciation for the power of an encouraging community. My journey in scouting begins with my parents' involvement, as both were Homenamen Scouts in their youth. As adults, reflecting upon their childhood, my parents came to an understanding that their lives were immensely shaped by the opportunities Homenamen had provided for them. Thus, I was enrolled as a Cub Scout in Gailik Yerku in 2010. And once I advanced to Troop 154, I quickly began to love weekly scouting activities, as I frequently looked forward to hikes at Dukmejan Park, bike rides on the LA River, kayaking in Newport Beach, or camping at Cap Top Woods. Our troop felt like a brotherhood, and I thank my hardworking leaders I had for that experience. In 2017, I was presented with an exciting leadership opportunity. I was asked to transfer to Troop 152 in order to fulfill the duties of Assistant Scoutmaster. I viewed this as an opportunity to offer the same experience and sense of community that I had to a new, exciting group of young scouts. Becoming a troop leader opened up a fantastic opportunity for me this past summer, as I set out with 25 other Homenamen Agans to Armenia in July to take part in the Homeland Initiative. We took part in a series of service projects around the region of Gyumri in northern Armenia that had been left in shambles following the devastating earthquake in 1988. We reconstructed parts of an public elementary school, planted trees to fight deforestation, and helped build a roof for an 8-person family that had been living in a metal container for the past 30 years. It was a journey like no other. Not only did I develop closer bonds and friendships with my sister and brother scouts, but I also understood what it takes to shape and rebuild a community. I most importantly left this experience appreciating the Armenians' people's ability to enjoy life for what it is, and how they chose to ignore the hardships they faced on a daily basis in order to celebrate life. I returned from Armenia with an urge to give back to my immediate community in Los Angeles and began to brainstorm ideas for my Eagle Scout project. My mind initially went to Tufenkan Preschool, as it was the first place that instilled in me a love for my community, my first home away from home. Tufenkan offered a sense of warmth and belonging for all students, and instilled values in me that I carry with me to this day. I want to contribute in my capacity to ensure that the current and future generations of Tufenkan students have a hopefully even more inspiring journey at our beloved preschool, molding the future leaders and innovators of tomorrow. On August 18th of 2018, 8 Scouts from Troop 154 and I built a series of 10 movable terrace, seating and play structures designed to create a fluid classroom environment at Tufenkan. In fact, many of our Scouts who helped build the structures were Tufenkan alumni as well, making this an even more special journey. I'd like to thank Arsina Al-Ghazarian for her continued support and exemplary leadership throughout the years, as well as Balda Castillo for his guidance and mentorship throughout this process. I owe a debt of gratitude to the BSA Verdugo Hills Council for always providing support and guidance, and the many mentors, counselors, extended family and friends who've helped me on this journey so far. Finally, as I look ahead, I can't help but reflect on the past. I am Homenemen, and Homenemen is me. By me, I mean the person who is standing in front of you today because of Homenemen I've gone great-grandparents, grandparents, and parents. Homenemen offered opportunities for my family and brought together Armenian communities across the globe, giving us a community that I'm eternally grateful for. I'm now an Eagle Scout working to shape the future of Homenemen and Ara. I'm especially proud that my younger sister Sarin has joined the ranks. She shares the same enthusiasm as I had when I started the Eagle Scout journey, and I look forward to passing the baton of Eagle Scout pride in the near future. I would especially like to thank 2 extremely special individuals today, without whom I wouldn't be standing on the stage in front of you all. The first is one of the most caring and helpful individuals that I've had the honor of crossing paths with during this journey. I first interacted with Miss Dee Dee Mueller when I walked into the Boy Scouts America store on Grandview with my mother around 4 years ago. I just started to become more active in my troop and getting to work on earning my first few ranks. The minute Miss Mueller sensed that I was interested in advancing as a Boy Scout, she began directing me from one merit badge workbook to the other. At the end, I was so fascinated that I ended up purchasing, believe it or not, around 15 and went home to immediately get started working on each one. She met with us, at the end, Ms. Mueller later worked with a group of 5 to 6 of us Scouts from Troop 154 on completing around 5 of the most time-consuming merit badges. She met with us tirelessly and opened up her home to us, engaging us in interesting and inspiring conversations about the world around us. Her passion and helpfulness drove me to work hard each step of the Eagle Scout journey, and I am forever thankful for the impact that she made on my life as a growing Boy Scout. The second is an individual who I'm certain most people in this room have crossed paths with or who have heard of. There's no doubt that I'm an Eagle Scout today because of this man's contributions to his troop, chapter, region, and greater organization. I came to Troop 154 because I had heard of the impact this man had brought to our troop and was eager to train under his wings and develop into a successful Eagle Scout. Under this Scoutmaster, I was exposed to new experiences and adventures, and I became fascinated with the Boy Scouting experience. Yahweh Arto Kazarian is a man like no other, and his dedication and thoughtfulness towards his greater community is truly unmeasurable. He has touched every Scout's experience and has greatly served his community. Although I've received the occasional uniform correction or comment on my mishandling of the situation, I have always understood that his intentions have been to mold us into headstrong, positively contributing members of our community, just as he is. He is always open to discuss issues and offer thoughtful advice pertaining to leadership strategies or implementation of Boy Scouts of America on a troop level. But most importantly, he's a mentor who I can approach with any concern that I may have. Yehbarto has shaped my life in a number of ways, and I'm extremely grateful for all that he has done. I'd like to present Ms. Dee Dee Mueller and Yehbarto with my mentor. Thank you very much.
Kuye. 1, 2, 3. Me kuye.
Honored dignitaries, Homeland Knock-On board members, BSA representatives, guests, friends, family members, and Kuire Yagafbaine. I would like to start by thanking everyone who is here today. I know it's been raining today and you have to tackle the rain to get here. I also appreciate that you took the time out of your busy schedules to join us in these celebrations. The Eagle Scout program has often forced me out of my comfort zone, be it through instances where my leadership skills were put to the test, or situations that exposed me to new activities that I was not comfortable with at first. But it was this that continuously pushed me to try new things and forced me to reach out and ask for help from individuals I might not have been willing to contact before. Continuing with this theme, I was able to overcome one of the hardest obstacles for someone from my generation: picking up the phone and talking to someone. Now, this may seem like a joke to some people, but for my age, this is one of the biggest challenges we face. My experiences with the Path to Eagle also instilled in me 5 core skills: organization, time management, communication, confidence, and leadership skills. These values are exemplified in all aspects of scouting and are implemented in every activity a scout completes during his time in the program, be it through having to plan a menu for the upcoming camp or planning how much time it will take to complete a merit badge. Scouts must always implement these skills if they strive to master them if they hope to become an Eagle Scout. Now, my mom can vouch for this when I say that I haven't mastered all these skills, and she still tells me, keep going, come on, you can do better. But over the years, there's been significant improvement in all of these skills, and that's primarily because of scouting. The activities I've done during the process of reaching Eagle Scout rank also changed my life. An example of this is the personal fitness merit badge done with Mrs. Mueller. As you all saw in the slideshow, I was a pretty chubby kid, and for the personal fitness merit badge, we had to exercise every day for 3 months. Now, going into it, I wasn't very excited, and I was nervous, but by the end of the 3 months, I was surprised to see that I formed a routine of exercising that I have to say stuck with me until today. This is just one of the many ways this program has changed my life, and I can confidently say that it's always been for the better. The opportunities presented to me and other scouts like me through this program are unparalleled and unmatched by any other organization I've seen. We've been afforded the opportunity to be introduced to a wide variety of activities and professions, ranging from rifle shooting to architecture to welding. Things we would never have been exposed to were it not for this program. Through the many camping trips and excursions I've gone on during my time in scouting, I've formed some of the strongest friendships and made memories that will last a lifetime. My first camp as a Boy Scout was where I learned how to work as a team with my friends to cook our daily meals. As recently as this summer, we went to a scouting jamboree in Armenia and met scouts from around the world while growing closer as friends. These are all experiences that are not available to an individual who is not a scout and is not part of this program. And so again, I want to stress the impact of this program on my life. I'm thrilled that BSA is an ever-changing organization that is adapting to the times we live in, and I'm even more excited that my fellow Armushes will be able to work towards and earn the Eagle Scout rank. Behind every Eagle Scout is a team of supporters, and I want to stress that this accomplishment is not only one for me as an individual, but one for the entire team that has supported me during this path and invested in me with the hopes that one day I would complete the goal I've set out to accomplish. I want to thank my parents for always supporting me on this path and pushing me to keep going when I might have slacked off. I want to thank my grandparents and family members whose examples in scouting I aspired to live up to. I want to thank all of the Merit Badge counselors, leaders, and advisors who have guided me on this journey, and I want to thank Yefbar Ardo and Mrs. Mueller for always helping us. Additionally, I would like to thank the administration of Shamlian Armenian School for their support during the planning and execution of my Eagle Scout project. Finally, I would like to conclude this speech with the slogan of Home at Men. Bartsratsir, Bartsratsur. Elevate yourself and others with you. I would like to stress the importance of this and encourage every scout to live by this motto. I can't wait to implement this into my scouting life as I continue to be involved in this organization and hope to be a mentor and leader to the many future Eagle Scouts of Ara. Thank you. I would like to now present my mentor pins to Yefbar Ardo Kazarians and my grandfather Hamlet Shirafti.
I would like to invite then State Senator Anthony Portantino to give his remarks.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to be here to see and share the accomplishments of two wonderful young gentlemen. Let's give them a big round of applause. Truth be told, I was a Boy Scout, but I never attained my Eagle, so I'm a little bit jealous. And just listening to so much of the poise and the dignity and the accomplishments of these two young gentlemen, it really is impressive. So I want to give a shout out to their parents and their grandparents as well. And I particularly like in the Boy Scout oath and in the Homenet Men motto, the focus on helping others. That's such a wonderful relationship between the scouting organizations and sort of a lesson to all of us. If we helped others more, society would be better, don't you think?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And I think it's more timely now than ever. So on behalf of the California State Senate, I'm proud and honored to present a certificate of merit to Shant and Adam and congratulate you on this wonderful accomplishment. Please, thank you very much for doing what you do. And let me see if I can say Shirava Umen.
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
And you did it in English for me.
invite the Mayor of Glendale, Mr. Zara Sizaman, to give his closing remarks.
I noticed that left-handed handshake. Is that like a secret handshake? The police chief was watching that and I was wondering what that was about. Okay, Shant and Aram, congratulations. Great achievement at such a young age. And today, again, by your poise and the speech and how focused you are, you once again proved how capable you are and why you are an Eagle Scout, and a lot of us aren't. I don't know if I need to add on to the pressure that you've already added on today, because this is only one step in your life, and now all you've done is elevated everyone's expectations of your future. So good luck with that. But I do want to thank your parents for raising you the way you are, of course, and your grandparents and the community and Home Edmond and everyone else that has been present and active and has been support structure that has made your achievement today possible. I have two certificates, Mayor's Commendations from the City of Glendale, which I'd like to present to you. I'm happy to read one of them, but they both say the same thing. One is for Shant Armenian, the other is for Aram Alperman. And it states, presented to Shant Armenian and Aram Alperman, Eagle Court of Honor, congratulations on achieving your Eagle Scout rank. Attaining the rank of Eagle Scout is a significant achievement and a testament to your skills, dedication, and tenacity. On behalf of the City of Glendale, thank you for being an active member of the community. Please accept my best wishes for a wonderful celebration, Zara Sizaman. Congratulations to the Armenian, Alpanian, and Chivapchian families.
I would now like to invite from the Home Edmond World Central Committee, EFY Vegan Davitna.
What distinguished young 17-year-olds, right? Did I catch that correctly? It's really heartwarming for me to stand here and be part of this ceremony for several reasons. First of all, as you know, past year was the 40th anniversary of Home Edmond's RF chapter, RF chapter, and also the 100th anniversary of Home Edmond. In the 40 years that this organization has served the general Glendale community, we've had thousands of scouts go through our program. Only 26 have achieved the honor that you have achieved. That's a major accomplishment. It's a testament to your character and to your leadership abilities. And as those that came before me and spoke here, I'm 100% sure that many things contributed to that. Your family and the second family of Home Edmond
Glendale Arat chapter. Again, for me, it's really special because both of you are third generation of Homenet Men Glendale Arat chapter. And I'm privileged to know both your parents and your grandparents. And there's nothing more valuable than what I just said as a compliment to what this organization is doing for this community. I'm sure your parents, your grandparents are at the edge of their seats. I would be. And they are proud to no extent of what you've done. But that's not where it ends. And I'm sure you know it, and you said it in your words. You said two things: leadership. This honor stands for leadership and for service. So if there's one thing you take away from today, is that we are also proud of your accomplishments, Shantanu. But it is your duty to continue what you have received to this organization, to contribute. So, with that, I don't have any medals or proclamations for you, but please keep these words in your mind. You are the next generation of Boy Scouts of America and Homenet Men World and Western Region and Glendale Arat chapter. Congratulations to both of you.
Hold on. Ready. 1, 2, 3. Med. Yes. Med. Yes. You.
I would now like to invite from the Homenet Men Western Region Executive Board, Yakar Karak Kalis. Obviously not.
Գույն օրը։ Բարի եկած եք բոլորը, պատվարժան հյուրեր, հարգելի եղբայրներ, Դավիթյան կենտրոնական վարչության անդամ, Boy Scouts of America-ի անդամներ, սիրելի աբանյան եւ արմենյան ընտանիքներ եւ շատ սիրելի Շանթ Եվան։ Ինչպես եղբայրիկեն ասավ, մենք չունենք ձեզի դարուշկանշաններ եւ այլն, մենք ձեզի պիտի փոխանցենք մեր անուշ խոսքը։ Շրջանային վարչության անունով եղբայր Հրաչին եւ իմ կողմից մենք ձեզի կմաղթենամ շնորհավորություններս եւ ձեր այսօրվա կատարած նվաճումը կբարդենք ձեր ծնողներուն, ձեր մեծ հայրիկներուն եւ Homenet-ի Արարատ մասնաճյուղին, ինչպես բոլորս նշեցին ինձ մե առաջ, դուք այսօր կմիանաք 24 հատ մյուս արդի ստացող շքանշաններուն Արարատեն եւ ներգազմեք 26 հոգի, ինչպես եղբայրիկենը դարձան հիշեց հազարավոր սկաուտներուն։ Այս բոլորը կբարդինք ձեր ծնողներուն եւ կճանչնամ ձեր ծնողները եւ ձեր մեծ հայրիկները եւ մայրիկները։ Ինչպես գիտեք, ծնող կլարը շատ դժվար բան է, մանավանդ այս քաղաքի մեջ, որովհետեւ պարզապես միայն զավակը մեծնելու եւ լավ ամերիկացի լալու դժվարություններ չունի, այլ ունի ցեզի հայ, մաքուր, մարդ հերնելու, բադանի կազմելու։ Եվ վստահ եմ, որ ձեր ծնողները, ինչպես աշետիկ 17 տարեկան եք, սիրուն բադանիներ, 8 տարեկան են, 7 տարեկան են ցեզի փերին, ցեզի շարքերը միացուցին հոմետմենին իրենց պես, ինչպես որ իրենց ծնողները հրած էին, ցեզի դառնու համար, հայացի դասյարակություն, բահելու համար բոլոր փորձանքներ են, որ կան շփախտաբար այս քաղաքի մեջ, տարբեր տեսակի։ Եվ ինչպես տեսայերի զվգայեց, դուք բզդիկություն եք, իրարու եք մեծած եք, և գարձեք, թե եղբայր եք իրարու, շատ ավելի իրական արյունով եղբորմե ավելի, այսինքն պայման չէ բեկը, որ արյունով եղբայրը լահանգերնա գլա եղբորմե ավելի։ Մնակ այսպես իրարու հետ, մեծնակ իրարու հետ, և այսպես դուք, որ հիմա հասակ այս արձվա շքանշանին, փոխանցեք բոլորդ մեր ձեր բոլոր բզդիկ քայլիկներուն և ուսկալներուն, ունենանք ձեզի պես շատ մարզիվներ, թող սավագին գլենդելի լերներու վրա, ինչպես ասենք, ինչպես ամերիկացիները կսեն, sky is the limit, այսչապ ադեն հոս ասած եք, այսչապ ներչում նվաճումներ հրազեք և ներչում ունեցած եք ծնողներուն մեծ հայրիկներուն և Արարատի, անցյալի ներգայի վարչությանց, ինչպես նաև եղբայր Էմիլին, եղբայր Արթոյին, եղբայր Զարեին և ձեր բոլոր վարչականներուն և խմբաբերներուն ներդրումով, անշուշտ Boy Scouts of America-ի անդամներով են։ Եվ ինչպես երկու տանիշեցիք, մենք ձերով շատ խմբարդ ենք նախ, ձեր ծնողներուն աչքլույս, կմաղթենք ձեզ հարատև հաջողություններ և մի մորնակ, բարձրացեք և բարձրացուցեք։ Հիմա դուք բարձրացած եք որոշ չափով, Աշուշ ավելի պետք է բարձրանալ, ինչպես մաման քեզ իսած ավելի պետք է ելնես, ավելի պետք է ելնեք, որտեղ որ չափն եք, այդ չափ ձեզ մեզ սպասեք, որ ալ ավելի ունեք։ Ուստի կմաղթենք ձեզի հաջողություն և ապանյան և արմենյան ընտանիքներուն աչքլույս և ձեզ մեկը բաղանչենք, շրջանային վարչությունը շատ բարձրանալ ձեզով, կբաղանչենք, որ բարձրանալ և արձիվները շատացնենք, շատ շնորհակալություն։
Thank you.
And lastly, I would like to invite from the Homeman Glendale Ara Chapter Executive Board, Yehar Zara Nassasi.
First of all, thank you for being here. I'd like to recognize State Senator Portantino, Mayor Sinanian, Glendale Police Chief, a delegation of Glendale firefighters who were standing in the back diligently, but I think just before I got on, they were called away on the call. And we also had one of our former scouts as a part of the firefighter contingent here. So I do appreciate their presence, even though they're not here to hear it. I'd like to recognize members of the Glendale City Council who are here, Vatam Arpetian, members of the Glendale Unified School District School Board, Dr. Aminev Arpetian, thank you for being here. Fellow Scouts, Boy Scouts of America members, for your patience in being here and recognizing this high level of achievement and celebrating with us the product of our community. As they say, it takes a village to raise a child, and we have raised two wonderful examples here who are now part of that community. Some of the speakers earlier stole some of my thunder, so I'm going to go for duration rather than content, but they've stated some of the things I wanted to say. We are a proud organization who's been part of this community for 41 years now, and we are consistently striving to be a part of the fabric of this community, producing citizens, so on and so forth. We are here to celebrate two pinnacles of achievement. Two of our scouts who have attained the highest rank that there is, which we're all proud of, including everyone who has the rank here and those who are attaining that rank in the near future. But when you celebrate the summit of a mountain, it's usually the end of an adventure, right? But this is not an end. This is a continuation. As some of the speakers earlier said, there is an obligation. We are a service-oriented organization who are proud to be contributors to not just the Armenian American community, but throughout the Glendale community, California, the state, federal, so on and so forth. So I'd like to reiterate your obligation, not just our obligation, your obligation to continue the fine work that you've done, to keep contributing as leaders, and to set the example to those who are going to follow you. And if you look out there are many who are following you. So I hope you do a good enough job. As I said, Home Itman is a service-oriented organization. We've been part of this community for over 4 decades. From day one, we have sponsored scout troops who are exclusively female. This is something new to the Boy Scouts of America, and we are fully embracing that new notion of Girl Scouts being able to achieve their Eagle Scout rank, just like our brothers here. And so, having said that, you now are the examples to those who follow, including our girls who are playing catch-up and have a lot of to do. And I'd like to congratulate you and wish you well on your continued journey of achievement throughout your lives. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Sean Tanaram. Very well deserved. I'd like to invite now Yapar Daniel Shardalians for the official closing of the Court of Honor.
Before I give my closing remarks, I just want to present American flags on behalf of Adam Schiff's office, who was unfortunately unable to attend this event. Both of the boys will be each receiving a flag that was flown over the U.S. Capitol. Yes, the U.S. Capitol.
South Glendale Avenue, Glendale.
So each of them will be getting their own U.S. flag that was flown over the Capitol with a plaque with their names on it. So we have for our honor.
On the other side.
Thank you to everyone for attending this event. Thank you, parents. Thank you, guests. Thank you, ROT Scouts. And I see some Scouts from other chapters as well. Thank you for attending Yapar Aram and Yapar Sean's Eagle Scout ceremony. The 2019 Barge Marmon is very proud of your accomplishments and have seen you grow to be great individuals and great leaders, and we have never been more proud of you. It was not an easy task for someone that has gone through it himself. We hope that you continue your hard work in scouting in hopes that you will help guide other Aris and Ornushes on the path of Eagle Scout, and congratulations. With that being said, I declare this Court of Honor closed. Can I get another round of applause for you to Yehpar Alex Solomonio for being our MC for today. And refreshments will be served in the foyer next door after the ceremony. I would like to invite Yehpar Salvador Alvanacion to close the Court of Honor with the flag guard.
Kakaz, Batrast, Kalaraj, On, Sanokun, Bati, Ar, Ice or Wuchnu Kapakin, Harash Nako, Yerek Choice. Harash Nadak Teri Amor, Vesaru Amor, Vejizerane,
Tebi